What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. All right, so we are going to be grading the Sam Darnold trade. Also, I want to talk about how Carolina just signed A.J. Bouye, a veteran corner who was playing with the Denver Broncos last year. So I'm kind of excited about that. I thought he had a pretty good career at, down at when he was playing for the Jaguars. Obviously, he's probably taking a step back because he's a little bit older, but I still think that the veteran status and having somebody like a veteran like him who's also been a pretty solid corner through the his years, I think that I like the signing. Obviously, defense right now is, I think, really the main thing in our offensive line. So, I also still am a believer that defense wins championships. So I'm excited about that. So today, yes, we're going to be grading the Sam Darnold trade. So pound that like button, pound the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're a Carolina Panthers fan or if you're an NFL fan, this is a channel for you. I will be talking about other things in the NFL, but mainly I talk about the Carolina Panthers. So if you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button. But guys, continue to subscribing, you Panthers fans. Keep showing me some love. Comment down below on the videos. Recently, I talked about my initial reactions basically and answering some questions y'all may have in one of my videos about the Sam Darnold trade. Then I talked about how Carolina could salvage, can they salvage Sam Darnold's career? So go back and look at those. So today we're going to be talking about grading it. And guys, click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of the new raw content. Also, guys, I am going to be doing a giveaway. If y'all get me to 750 subscribers, the 750th subscriber will get a $75 gift card, and I will send it to you to the NFL shop. And if you get me to 1,000 subscribers, the 1,000th subscriber will get a Sam Darnold jersey, all right? Or I might even do a jersey of your choice. So, little giveaway there, just some fun. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this bad boy of a video that I have drawn up for you, all right? So, the Carolina Panthers traded for what may be their quarterback of the future in Sam Darnold. But just how good of a deal was it for general manager Scott Fitterer? Now, the quarterback saga of the 2021 offseason just got a whole lot more interesting for the Carolina Panthers. Everyone knew the team would make a move, but maybe not. Maybe not this one, at least. But in a time of uncertainty and teams moving up in the draft, the Panthers decided to stay put and trade for a veteran starter in Sam Darnold from the New York Jets. So, while opinions are sure to be varied and strong on this trade, let's take a closer look, okay? So, first question I have to ask you is, how has Sam Darnold's career gone so far? Well, Darnold was drafted at number 3 in the 2018 draft by the Jets, and he was immediately put into the starting role. So, which can go any number of ways. So, most of them being bad. Now, however, the rookie showed promise, passing for almost 200 yards and leading his team to a 48-17 trouncing over the Detroit Lions. So things became somewhat of a mixed bag for the rest of the season with blowout losses, close wins against some good competition, and a heartbreaker in overtime and against the Green Bay Packers. So in which Darnold had 341 passing yards and 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. And never got the chance to win his team the game. So with that being said, Darnold has had his share of rookie struggles, namely throwing 4 interceptions against the Miami Dolphins in a game the Jets still had a chance to win, and ending his rookie season with 17 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. The Jets then went on and hired Adam Gates as their new head coach, and their early on-field indications were good, with the team improving to 7-6 in year one. So Darnold also showed improvement, with the exception of the two stinkers against the New England Patriots. Oh my God. And Jacksonville Jaguars. So having more touchdowns than interceptions in almost every game that season. That second year, though, included an absolute gem against the Oakland Raiders, where the quarterback threw for over 300 yards on a 69% completion rate. So consistently finding the open man, throwing an accurate ball and catchable ball. Even in that terrible game against the Patriots, the 4 interceptions were a result of free rushers constantly being in the young quarterback's face. So a situation even the best of passers would have probably struggled to be successful in that kind of game. I mean, so let's take a look at Sam Darnold's 2020 season. So this brings us to now the 2020 season of last year. A year most would like to forget. That includes Sam Darnold. Coming off that year of improvement in which he had a better completion percentage than all but the 2018 season of Cam Newton's, departure with the Panthers. The third-year starter went 2-10 while struggling with control for most of the year. Darnold only had 4 games last season with more touchdowns than interceptions, and multiple with no scores at all. So finishing the campaign with only 9 touchdowns to offset his 11 interceptions on the year. A season that also cost Gase his job, but Gase just absolutely sucks, and he's always zapped out of his fucking mind. So I mean, while that regression is certainly a concern, one wouldn't hold the 2020 campaign against anyone with how odd it became. Darnold also flashed some of his early career potential with late year wins against, the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. So, more importantly, the asterisk to Darnold's career with the Jets is during his time there, he never had a stability at any level, and the team never produced a 1,000-yard receiver or rusher. So that level of inconsistency in the front office, never committing to rebuild or compete, and a lack of weapons tends to hinder a development. So despite all of that, Darnold showed promise, which should be encouraging. That just shows how a dumpster fire of the Jets organization is. So how does Sam Darnold fit on the Carolina Panthers? Well, the Carolina Panthers are no strangers to risk-reward quarterbacks, obviously. With Cam Newton being known for his cannon of an arm and tendency to give up the ball once per game on average, Sam Darnold really isn't that far off of that record. But fans should not expect him to be the next coming of Super Cam or even as good. However, there are certain similarities stat-wise, and that seem to work out for the team back then. With that being said, the former first-round pick is like the other side of the coin from Teddy Bridgewater. Now, where last year's starters limits risk and checks downs, Darnold throws long balls and trusts his receivers to come down with it. I think this is a tendency that fits very well with the Panthers' deep threat receiving core and 1,000-yard weapons, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and obviously Christian McCaffrey. So in those close games that the Panthers lost last year, 0-8 in game-winning drives, Darnold's risk-taking could have made the difference. What Darnold was able to accomplish without star playmakers should excite people when they think of all the skill position players around him in Carolina. Pieces that will lessen the resilience on his skill overall. So last but not least, I am going to go ahead and grade the Sam Darnold trade. Now, the loyal fan base of the Carolina Panthers has been screaming for a different look at quarterback, and as well as I. And Sam Darnold certainly has a different style to his game. He is also young and still in the developmental stage of his career. At only 23 years old, despite seemingly being around forever, considering everything that's transpired during this time with the New York Jets. Those facts paired with the offensive-minded coaching staff of the Panthers, especially one of the brightest young minds in the game as his coordinator, and the relatively small price the team paid, means that they could come out of this very well. So, the worst case scenario regarding this move is Carolina loses a couple of mid-round picks and Darnold washes out. But with the upside, he could have in a different environment. The team could have a starter for years to come. So, this is the definition of a low-risk, high-reward pickup by the Panthers at a time when quarterback options were becoming less and less available. So, they failed to land Matthew Stafford. The Deshaun Watson deal is dead in the water for now, and it doesn't appear as if Carolina was sold on any of the signal callers coming out of college outside of Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, even though it seemed like they might be going after Justin Fields. But overall, I gave this a B. I mean, if Darnold can limit his turnovers and consistently perform on the level he has shown glimpses of, there won't be a question about who won this trade. So, guys, that is grading the Sam Darnold trade for the Carolina Panthers. Guys, pound that like button, pound the subscribe button, comment down below, let me know what you think. Click that post notification bell if you haven't already. Like I said, be on the lookout for that giveaways, guys. So the 750th subscriber, I will be giving you a $75 gift card to the NFL shop. And if you all get me to 1,000, I will be sending the 1,000th subscriber a Sam Darnold jersey. Now, Panther Nation, Pantherologists, you know what to do. Keep pounding.